Hi. I'd really like to get my cousin Michelle on here actually and see if she will help me with something. She'll probably talk to me. She'll talk to me on the phone anyway. I'll just ring her. Just notice my cartilage in my nose. I'll tell you what, it's really funny when you get to an age and you're actually dealing with whether you wear makeup or whether you don't. So anyway, I'm trying to get used to the fact that I've got a little bit of makeup on and it's completely the wrong foundation, and I'm really not liking sort of the eyeliner and stuff that I'm wearing. So anyway, as you know, I've been to the dentist today, and we've been going to the dentists for quite a while now, and I would have preferred my boys to have been in the dentist.
But maybe I don't speak out kids.
No. You can take it, but no, because that's 2 seconds. My children are teaching me something and reminding me of something that I already know, but have been sort of conformed to the ways of the world, and also taking that back. Now, one, we've got fluoride to talk about, and I'm going to have to go looking back into fluoride because within a certain network of people, a lot of people are anti-fluoride and say, fluoride this, fluoride that, boom, 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 boom. Now, when it comes to the teeth, if the teeth haven't got enough fluoride, and this is where people are getting things wrong, right? Our body is made of bones, flesh and blood. Our teeth are made of something completely different, which is ivory, right? I think that's what it is. I think our teeth are ivory. It must be ivory, right? Please know, this tooth here fucking hurts me. Absolutely drives me nuts every day. I'm literally having to take like paracetamol, like to try to get it down every fucking day at the moment. But getting into the dentist as an adult is really fucking difficult in this country at the moment, right? And for a lot of people who are already in the system, they don't know the problems for people trying to get in the system. A lot of people don't mind paying £50,000 to get their teeth down because they have that. A lot of people are dependent on the NHS here in the UK. In a lot of other countries, they don't have the National Health Service, right? These are people that started as volunteers to help people that couldn't help themselves, basically. So alcoholics, drug addicts, people that were on the floor in the system. So imagine back in, say, Victorian days or certain days, you had the people that were in the house, the working class, they went to work, they paid their bills, and paid their taxes to those that live off the trust fund of said taxes, right? Imagine it as multi-level marketing. So you've got the ones at the top and then all the people at the bottom that are dumph. Then you got people slightly below that, asleep on the streets, you Allens, yeah? Alan, again, is a product of his being removed from his mother, going on search for his mother, pretty much living on the streets, going up and down, searching for his mother, as a lot of foster care and adopted children do.
You put too much.
Well, I haven't put too much in it. Your brother's fobbed you off and got rid of his juice and put it into yours. Just leave it there. I'll take it away. So if you don't want it, you don't have to have it. This is what we're doing. I'll tell you where we're going. Guess where we're going? Guess where we go? We're going to Spoons. And Spoons has got, it's here in Portsmouth. We're finally going to go to Spoons. It's got Japanese, Chinese, all you eat buffet. We'll go down and speak to them tomorrow about doing something down there. Yes, we'll go to Spoons. Yes, that's what we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to go and see how busy Spoons is on a Saturday. We're going to see how busy a couple of places are on a Saturday. Yes, we'll go head to Spoons tomorrow. And I'm going to get them to try you on loads of different foods until I can find out what the damn it is that you eat. Has anybody... Oh, Alison, please, can you ask Michelle a favour for me, right? Dentist, right? Boys, I really need my cousin right now, and maybe actually just coming up with you guys and doing what Michelle said and just getting her dentist to deal with me and the boys, and we can just sign it on to... I don't know, maybe we came on holiday and we can access our funding here. I think that's the only way we can do it. So if I've gone to families and I've ended up at the dentist, it's different. They can pull in the funding for it, so it would pay for the dentist.
I want to go to Spoons.
You don't want to go to Spoons?
I just like to try all sorts of foods at home.
You just want to try all sorts of foods. So we'll see if Food Spoons can do a big buffet takeaway then and try lots of different things. Japanese, Chinese, all sorts.
Maybe you buy hot dogs.
No, McDonald's. No, McDonald's. McDonald's is not a problem if we're like on the road and we're picking up a McDonald's or we're going somewhere. But anyway, both Elijah and Shiloh have refused the dentist today. This is now the third time, both of them have refused intervention from the dentist to deal with. On Shiloh, it's an abscess underneath one of his teeth. And with Elijah, this has been progressing. And because in the food banks, and Dean always buys the boys bourbons. So at night time, when I'm brushing their teeth, I'm like, getting the bourbons out, cleaning the tooth down. Elijah doesn't like it. Elijah doesn't like anything in his mouth. He gags. He doesn't like the taste of the toothpaste. We're really, really struggling with Elijah, potentially on the spectrum, with textures. But is that really spectrum? Because Elijah and Shiloh are just asking to go back to natural foods. They don't like processed foods. They like home-cooked meals. When their dad comes, when dad comes, I mean, he doesn't get the like, if he makes something, he doesn't understand that you've got to separate it all with Elijah. So even just then, I have to make sure that nothing touches each other on its plate. Things like that. So anyway, it gets very expensive wasting food. So my point being with all of this, you've got a 5-year-old little boy having to lay back. We're in a teaching hospital, so we're a teaching dentist, so we're at the university. We can't get into dentists around here in Portsmouth. It's fucking crazy with the dentists right now. Yes, I could go and find a couple of dentists and set up a dentist and do it all this way. It's very time consuming and I might have to do that. So I've got my own personal dentist. It doesn't matter where I go. Whenever we need our teeth done, we just go to our own personal dentist because they will always probably be a dentist. And even if they become a paraglider, they probably still know about your teeth. Elijah doesn't want the fluoride on his teeth. He doesn't. He's refusing it. He's adamant. And Shiloh's gone and done the same. I don't educate my children to not brush their teeth. I do brush my teeth. Me and Dean, even Dean doesn't educate them and tell them about a lot of these things because some of it's too much to get your head about. Some of it is because you've got incompetent people are thinking that they know about science and reason. I could not sit down and teach you about my teeth in the way that my cousin could teach you because I'm not educated in her field. Right? But should we know that level? Because we've been so fragmented to dentists, someone for your head, someone for your shoulders, someone for your fingers, some for your brakes. Most of you won't know this because when your car breaks down, as in your body, you're probably only going for one thing unless, and now this is what I'm having to learn about, which is mast cell activation. And this is the link within EDS. The boys should have been in the dentist under an EDS team, a framework for their entire body, amen to that, the moment they knew they were in my belly. They should have made sure all the gums were okay, how the gums were coming through, making sure, checking all in. They should have been making sure that as the teeth come through, there was no overcrowding, no undercrowding. And even the dentist stepped back today and said she's finally done research on EDS. And she refuses to take the boy's tooth out, Elijah Shiloh's, in the chair. I was right to stand my ground and I've had to say to them, look, I'm not being a stroppy mother. I'm asking you to read and understand. And she said, well, from what I'm getting, the moment we do the extraction with EDS, he can bleed faster and much higher. Elijah doesn't like that he's got all the lights. He wants to know why the lights are all above him, why he's got all this around him, why he's got these people, why they're wearing a mask, and what they're putting in his mouth. Then they brought in the really fit one, the male one, to come in. And he made the biggest mistake ever with my son.
No.
Yes, darling.
Shiloh.
He lied to him.
Shiloh. Come and look at this.
I'm coming to look. Anyway, I need you away from that table soon because last night the window flapped open again. No, don't worry about stuff like that. I've told you. Don't ever worry about telling me about anything that you've done. That's fine. Yeah, but that's fine.
It's not
Yes, but you are going to have to tidy it up yourself. There has to be a consequence, I'm afraid. And that's just stupidity. I don't mind accidents, Elijah. All I'm saying is now you're going to have to get a cloth and you're going to have to wipe it up. But thank you for telling me. Right, even that, right? Elijah wants to know what is going to happen to him if he refuses to have this done. And he's been told he will have to go into hospital where they will put him asleep and they will do all of this work. Well, I'm not willing to allow that to happen at this particular point. I have said that I will take them out of the student and put them with a proper dentist before that option and just get all of this done. Now, Elijah's ended up, over this time, building up under the bottom of his teeth, complete cavity. And it's like, you know, he has to deal with this. But he doesn't want the fluoride in. He wants to know exactly what that paste is, even down to if I leave him with anybody. He wants to know exactly, even today with the girls, he's had to stand there and assert to them that if he's in the house while I'm not there, this is what isn't going on. And that's a 5-year-old. Now, Shiloh has gone as far today. Now, the problem that I had is Dean hasn't turned up. So I had 2 children in 2 separate ones, but that wasn't planned that way. We were there for Elijah today, and Shiloh's appointment isn't until February, right? Why? What are you trying to plug in? Oh, no, you can't clean it up with a Hoover, darling. No. No, because it's got water. Just take my top a minute and just put my top over it. No, you can't use the Hoover. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm going to whiz through in a minute. I'll do it in a minute. I can't until the Lego's up. The Hoover doesn't come up until the Lego's back up because it's gone back down again. No, I need a proper Lego space. Right, take that. Take that. Okay, make a trap. Oh. Right, Elijah's finally putting the Lego back. So even back down to, so bring it back down to, if a child does something that they know is wrong, there's a consequence, isn't there? Smacking is not illegal in this country. It's illegal in some countries, but that's considered chastisation. Now, my kids have a fear of anybody touching them. I'm dealing with a 13-year-old girl at the moment who's also dealing with a DV relationship at the age of 13. Thrown around the room by her throat, dragged around by the hair, punched, grabbed. At 13 years old. Already dealing with the fact that other boys go off with other girls and they start self-harming. So at the end of the day, if we don't want to do something, there is a line. But when it comes to a child who needs to have something done, so say a child falls over and breaks their arm and they don't want to go in the X-ray machine, but you know you've got to get them in there. You know you've got to fix that break, or you've got to leave them, or like the woman said today, you'll fall through the system. Or fall into the system where social then come round and go, well, hang on a minute, is it the mother or the father? So then it comes back to, no, social, you failed to put us as an EDS Asperger's family from day one. Housing did it. The job centre did it. Even the police did it. But children's social care, adult social care said no, they weren't willing to look at it because I'm so independent and I can do whatever I'm resourceful, blah, blah, blah. I can wipe my own ass, basically. And they trust me with my children. They understand that I'm tough love discipline with my children, but I'm no abuser. They get that. Even Dean gets that. I mean, even my mum will say to you, I wouldn't, she'll call me all things, but even my foster parents will say, Kellie, even your most unstable periods, they're still your boys. Every time I turn up with Liam and Daniel, she said, I'll give you one thing. She said, them boys always kept to the standards. She said, yours would change, but the boys never did. It always increased. It always went up because I'm a mother and that's what mothers do. We sacrifice ourselves for our children, don't we? To the point that we're completely fucking debilitated and we wish somebody would get a fucking broom, shove it up our arses and hold us up. Because we do. And we sacrifice. We give everything up because it's about a budget. Now, at the end of the day, if I can take my children, go and pay the money, I can get them into the greatest fucking specialists. But like I said, you're looking at £350 for the first initial consultation. You get about 40 minutes. Then you're paying £300 initial, and some of these appointments can only be 15 minutes sometimes, 45 minutes if you're fucking lucky, you know. So it's wrong. Everything that's going on is wrong. Elijah wants his family and friends. He wants his family, as in he wants his grandparents, he wants his uncles, his aunts, he wants his cousins, he wants his siblings. He wants to form them friendships with his cousins that are the same age, his cousins that are a bit younger, his cousins that are a bit older. And he should have every right to that. But what social services done is completely broken that down. And they've also made it so we can't even be the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, because dare for my cousin to be my dental nurse. And why can't my cousin be my dental nurse? She loves festivals. She loves the travel. She doesn't mind. She absolutely loves it. Why can't she be the dental nurse for me, Dean, and the boys while we're out doing all the tracks and Dean's DJing and festivaling? Why can't we build a team like that? I'm not saying my cousin would want to come. And if she did, it would probably even work out even better, because she'd bring her fellow, or her fellow would probably then end up hoddying and moving bits around. But they still get to be what it is they're trained to be and build within that community and that network. And I've said to Dean, hang on a minute, I can't deal with this low-levelness where your only options is to palm your children off to the state while you go to work. I'm not saying to the people that are doing it, I'm saying there's a better way. You know, my boys do want their mother. We do want to go to the museums together. We do want to go swimming together. Yes, they have their own identities and their personalities as they grow up. Yeah, because once they get to a certain age, once they finish school, you think, oh, we'll do all this stuff later. We'll do all this stuff later. No, they formed their own lives and their own worlds away. Not many families still have all of that network because, oh, damn, if kids still live at home, oh, what's going on? Well, actually, take it a heed from a lot of the Muslim families. Most of their families still all live in one big house, Egypt, all on top of each other. Yeah, because family matters and comes first. Education comes from an extension of what you want to be, grow and do. And that's when you have mentors. And that's what education should be about. It should be about self-teaching. It should be about self-creating. Elijah wants, if he's going to have his friends, it will be, and he will have to get used to it there within the cadets world. But they're totally different kids to the ones that he would be put in the classroom with. And this is what people are not understanding. There's 7 billion people in the world, and we only really need a team that is going to be there for making sure any head injuries, any neck injuries, boom, boom, boom. And within the Ehlers-Danlos syndrome world, everybody's signpost to EDS UK, and they fundraise like they're helping families. That money doesn't go to my dental. That money and funding doesn't go to making sure my children have got a proper education plan. It all goes to serving the doctors so they can go to Italy, France, and all these places. Yes, they're educating, but they're not educating people to a level that if you do it wrong, you're liable, therefore you're suable, and you can't cover it up anymore. You can't. There can't be one standard for them and one standard for us anymore. They can't have their Christmas parties and they'll say, oh, but it's party, but we are a party. We're running the country. Well, parties alienate people. Parties stop other people not coming, and we have to come together in a world where, you know, we can't have this segregation between those on the streets and those who think they're better, because come next Christmas, come March, April time, there's going to be the people that were serving the homeless at the back of the queue, mate, still dealing with their shame. You know, zipping up, learning to deal with the wind and the rain. Do you know what I mean? Have you ever actually lived on the streets? Really? Anyway, I need to go and dangle. Why? What we right? We're really dealing with some boundaries at the moment, aren't we? Right. We're fighting over the Hoover on who's doing the cleaning, so I need to go and do the cleaning with my boys right now.